Aloha! My name is Jason, and this is my favorite Mai Tai.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of My Favorite Mai Tai. This is a series where we experiment with Mai Tais, and everyone has their own Mai Tai, their own favorite Mai Tai, and the reason why I like to do this series is like to try these different Mai Tais.
There's an agreed upon classic recipe, the 1944, the Trader Vic's original, but there's no reason why any two Mai Tais should be exactly alike.
No, and so far we're definitely proving that. And every aspect of the 44 recipe, you change that one. All you gotta do is just change one of them. Right. Whether it's the orgeat, whether it's the curacao, whether it's the rums, what kind of simple syrup you're using, or if you're not using simple syrup, or if you're using something else, will change the taste of that drink. It's going to be a
different drink, yeah.
And, well, if there's anyone who knows they're thinking about cocktails, it's my good buddy Jason here.
I've done a lot. I've done some for the cause. I've done a lot of testing on my own and with friends.
It's called stunt livering.
Livering, yes.
You came up with that topic. So, Jason, what do we got on the plate here today? Where are we going with your favorite Mai Tai?
So, my favorite Mai Tai changes from time to time. I'll make the same one for a while, then I'll find something I really like. Yeah. So this is kind of what I'm on right now.
Yeah.
So, starting over on this side, lime juice, I typically go about 3/4 of an ounce. So that's where we're going to stay on that.
What is the official for the 44?
Officially, it's 1 full ounce.
It is 1 full ounce.
I think it's the juice of one lime.
Yeah.
And so that's the traditional nomenclature, what that usually translate to being about 3/4 of an ounce.
Yeah. About 3/4 to 1 ounce, depending, but they're assuming that it was the Mexican key limes, I believe, that would have been popular in the 30s and 40s.
I think our buddy Steven, he likes to do a full ounce of lime juice. But
I like about 3/4 of an ounce. To me, half an ounce not pronounced enough. An ounce, it can be overpowering if you get good limes.
I mean, a lot of time. I mean, to be honest with you, when I made mine, I did a half ounce, but a lot of times it's like I'll cut a lime in half and squeeze it, and whatever I get out of it, that's what I have.
It's when you're making yourself a drink at home and you're not making them for people that are going to be judging them. That's what you do.
Exactly.
So moving along, I almost always use the Trader Vic's orgeat, which is not a very strong orgeat, so I go about 3/4 of an ounce as opposed to a quarter of an ounce.
3/4 of an ounce.
Wow.
It doesn't have a super strong flavor to it, but it gives a really good mouthfeel, I think.
Interesting.
So I go a little bit heavier on that. From the beginning, I like making my own 2-1 rock candy syrup.
So which stores can you buy this?
For that, I prefer to use...
Have you ever accidentally used this, grab this as your water bottle, and you're like, I'm thirsty. I got diabetes.
The main thing is if I don't look at the label and I use regular simple syrup instead of rock candy or vice versa.
So what makes it rock candy?
Yeah.
It's a 2-1 versus a 1-1.
That's it.
And then usually when I make that, I'll put a small amount of neutral white rum in it, and I'll also put just a tiny bit of vanilla. But this batch I made this morning, and it's just 2-1 water to. I like the Florida Crystals, the turbinado sugar. I think it gives a better flavor.
I know why you like it, because you're from Florida.
This is true. Also, I can buy that at stores fairly inexpensively, as opposed to having to go to Whole Foods or other stores and get the Demerara sugar.
Well, there's a lot more character to the flavor than if you were to use
I like the
white sugar.
I like the less refined turbinado. If I'm making 1-1, I use the Florida Crystals cane sugar, which is much more refined.
So you like to make your own simple syrup?
Yeah, it doesn't take much. For the orange aspect, I like the Clement Creole shrub. I find that it's a little tiny less sweet and has a little bit more of a spice aspect to it.
Sweeter than the dry?
I think it's slightly less sweet than the Pierre Ferrand dry curacao. To me, at least, to my taste.
Okay.
I'm sure somebody could argue that, but I also like that it has a bit of a spice to it, a very pleasant orange flavor, and also the fact that its base, rather than being brandy, is agricole rum.
Oh, okay.
So to me, that just kind of makes it more appropriate.
Tiki.
Yeah. And so for the rums on this, I decided to do I've been doing a split base. I go back and forth between, at one time I used 2 ounces of Smith & Cross, and another time I like 2 ounces of Jamaica.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll throw in a little bit of OFTD, but I found this worthy park in the last year Worthy Park 109, and just I haven't found anything I don't like it in. It's a delightful, slightly overproof or Navy strength Jamaican rum.
Do you like it? Do you like it because you were in the Navy?
There's a little bit of that.
So
And-
it is.
and also-
So it's an overproof rum.
It's 54.5, so it's
Hence
it's
the
109
109.
proof.
Okay.
So your standard rums are going to be 40 to 45.
Okay.
So it's a little bit sturdier. So I'm going to do 1.5 ounces of that. Oh, the Clement Creole Shrub, I'm only using 1/4 ounce.
Okay.
I believe the rock candy syrup is 1/4 ounce. Yeah, rock candy syrup, I'm only using 1/4 ounce.
Okay.
Just to add a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of a thickening,
Yeah.
because it's a fairly thick syrup. And then finishing off with 1/2 ounce of the Ray and Nephew, which is an overproof white rum that's very, very funky.
That's
And-
another overproof rum.
Yeah, well, so if you go back to the original 44 Mai Tai, it supposedly used a 17-year Jamaican
Yeah.
Ray and Nephew rum. So the idea of using a Ray and Nephew product appeals to me that way. But if it's a Jamaican rum, it should have that aspect of funk. And you may say there's a little bit in the Worthy Park 109, but I get more of the caramelized sugar out of it than I get any kind of funk.
But either
So-
way you go, they're both overproof rums. So this
Yes.
one's going to have a little bit of kick to it compared to some.
A lot of bang pow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still 2 ounces of rum though.
There's only going to be 2 ounces.
But they're overpowered. Both
Right.
overpowered. Okay.
Right.
So this would be a drink that you start off with and not end with.
Well, I
This
guess
is
that
a nice
depends on
drink.
your...
This is what you give to your veteran Tiki friends, not the ones that are just getting into Tiki.
I think this one could also be a very pleasant finisher, or I'm not going anywhere tonight kind of Mai Tai.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to try it, Jason.
All right, let's get after
Let's
it.
get after it.
All right, so we're about to do my favorite Mai Tai. At least it is this week. So we got our shaker right here. We are going to start with about 3/4 ounces of fresh squeezed lime. Then we're going to go to the Trader Vic's Orgeat. I usually use about 3/4 ounce because it's not the most flavorful Orgeat. But I like it, and I always keep it in stock. So my rock candy syrup, 2-1 Florida Crystals Turbinado to water. I've got 1/4 ounce of that in the shaker. For the orange, I am using the Clement Creole Shrub, using 1/2 ounce of that. For the rums, Worthy Park 109, we've got 1 1/2 ounce right here. And finally, we have the Ray and Nephew Overproof Unaged White, and we've got 1/2 ounce of that going in. Now, one thing I like to do that's maybe a little bit different is I like to pull off a couple of leaves of mint and throw them in there. So we're going to add some ice into our shaker. And I usually use not crushed ice, but like block ice from the refrigerator for that part. So, and I am a dirty dumper. I do not strain. I like that educated ice. And we are going to top that off with just a little bit more right there. We're going to put in our spent lime shell. And we are going to activate or wake up our mint and put that in. And there you have it. I'm Jason, and this is my Mai Tai. All right, we're back, and now we're going to try my favorite Mai Tai. Gentlemen, hoist them high. Hope you enjoy them.
Salud.
Oh, that's got a backbone on it.
The rum is definitely the more prominent flavor here.
I like rum forward in the Mai Tais.
Yeah, it definitely is.
This is definitely stronger. But not overpoweringly strong.
Yeah, not like you're like,
No, it's not burning going down, but you can feel the fumes kind of hanging out in your mouth.
But I like that stronger caramelized sugar added to that hint of funk, that kind of spike of Jamaican there.
But you know what though, Jason? I can taste every ingredient in this going down.
That's what
I
want.
taste it,
I want to know everything's in there.
and I can taste the Creole shrub. I can taste the orange.
Yep.
I can taste the rock candy syrup that you made. I could taste that sugar, that certain type of sugar that you used. And I could taste the rums. The two rums work together as a blend.
They work together really well. Usually, like you said, if you go too heavy with the Worthy Park, it can take over a drink. But
Right.
Or not, excuse me, not the Worthy Park, the Ray and Nephew.
Yes,
but,
very
but
much so.
The Worthy Park is also a very strong flavor, but but different. Very different. A lot more caramelly, a lot more.
It's more mellow, but it's a very pronounced flavor.
It's a pronounced flavor, but they go together well.
So yeah, if you pair it with a weaker rum, it's gonna take it over. Mm-hmm. But rather than fight, they seem to play pretty nice together.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think they do.
No, this is a great Mai Tai.
That's good.
It's a strong Mai Tai. Definitely.
And I'm sure I will stick with this one for a while, and then one of these days I'll come across something else I like.
Yeah, this is a great drink. And the only thing is I don't really taste the orgeat.
Yeah, like I
That
said,
doesn't come through. That's the only thing
Vicks-
that doesn't come through. Can
the
you
Vicks is not a strong.
Considering he's using 3/4 of an ounce,
Yeah.
which is really heavy for a typical Mai Tai.
Usually be a quarter to a
Quarter of an
half on
ounce.
most.
Yeah.
But some of the craft orgeats are very herbal in their flavoring,
That's true.
or it's such a strong almond that I don't want the cocktail to taste like almond.
No.
I want a hint of it, but yeah, it could be just the choice of rums is a little bit strong for that orgeat. So
I mean, I think it's there. I especially like you said, with as much as there, it's as much as you put in. It's there. If you used a quarter ounce, it probably would be completely lost. So I think it's the right choice.
Excellent Mai Tai.
glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah. This is a great Mai Tai, and and the interesting and people out there. The thing about this series is called My Favorite Mai Tai, but just like Jason said, this is his favorite Mai Tai this week.
Yeah.
So that being said, that you're going to see us on again, and we're going to make other Mai Tais, because I can think of at least 3 other Mai Tais that I enjoy that I can make at home, just changing out the rums. And I'm sure it's the same thing with you. You've made me several different types of Mai Tais, changing out.
Yeah, Rum Jam Gold was a favorite for a long time.
Yeah. You made me
both-
Smith and Cross Mai Tai, and Joel, you got some ideas up your sleeves, and
for sure.
And we have other friends too that are going to be on the show, and you as well. If you got a Mai Tai you want us to try, we'll come and drink them.
Or if we can't make it to you, you can always message or leave a comment. We can look at your recipe, and hey, we can recreate it right here.
Yeah, we can critique it without you there, right? Taxation without representation. But here,
No, inebriation without representation.
yeah.
So anyway,
So now, please send us your recipes.
Oh, like you're gonna try to end it now, like
Send us your
the ending is the inebriation part.
this is true.
Taxation.
Inebriation without
That was all good
representation.
stuff.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
all good stuff.
But yeah, just something that follows the basic style of a 1944 and what you would put in a 1944 style Trader Vic's Mai Tai.
Or any Mai Tai. I mean, seriously, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'll try anything.
Eventually, we'll get to more of the resort style and some other things.
Yeah.
Well, what's a Mai Tai to you?
What's a Mai Tai to me?
What's it? I mean, a Mai Tai to you compared to a Mai Tai to me? It's a, you know,
I think you've been reading too much Nietzsche.
yeah, maybe.
Want to support the Tiki with Ray show and look cool doing it at the same time? Then head over to tikiwithray.com and buy yourself a Tiki with Ray shirt. They're only $20. Tony Canepa did the design, and they're screen printed in America.